Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for mid-July right through to mid-August 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your career reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, you're currently being influenced by your 8th house, then your 2nd house takes over, and then as we move into August, your 9th house is influencing you. Now, your 8th house is all about transforming your finances. So you'll really be focusing on your pensions, your savings, and any long-term financial goals. And you'll really be checking in with the effort that you put into your career and whether you feel the exchange is reciprocal, or whether you feel it's more important to capitalize on your talents and seek more money in a different position, or even ask for a raise or a bonus. Now, because your 2nd house is also influencing you, this is a prime time to check in with value. How you value yourself and your skill set, whether you feel undervalued at work or underestimated. And if you feel like you've been underselling your talents or your gifts, you'll really seek to readdress the balance. And again, partnered with that 8th house energy, you'll really be thinking about either asking for a raise or finding an opportunity that really brings in more finances and benefits you for the long term. Any money that you earn, it should reflect your talents. Now, also your 9th house influences you as we move into the month of August. That's really about the quest for meaning. You'll really be checking in with how far you've come in your career, where you feel like you want to go, and what you need to do in order to take you to the next steps of your career to achieve the goals that you have set out for yourself. Now, also that 9th house energy, it really is about being on the right path, connecting to your true calling, and seeing the bigger picture of your career. You may also feel compelled to take a class or a course of learning in order to capitalize on your skills, or even add a new string to your bow to keep things fresh and interesting in your career. The 9th house also connects to the internet. So if you are setting up your own business, for example, you may benefit from an online business, or you may benefit from some level of help from the internet. Also, some of you may network regarding your business, or you may even expand opportunities regarding your business through the internet, because that 9th house is really influential. Okay, now they want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? The energy that I see right now is some of you are really feeling a little bit in limbo with your career. You may recognize that you're very gifted, or you're starting to learn that actually you bring a lot to the table of life and your career. But some of you may be feeling a little bit like unclear about your path, or you're really checking in. Some of you may have felt a little bit unmotivated, or perhaps you feel like you're coasting. It seems to be the same old thing, just a different day. With the 5 of Cups as your starting card, it can also indicate that some of you are feeling like you're not reaching your full potential in the career that you are currently in. And if you just lost your job, for example, or you left a job just now, may be looking for a job or an opportunity, and you may feel that perhaps nothing is really connecting to you, nothing is really inspiring you or making you feel like it's the right opportunity for you long term. I do see that there is one showing up for you by surprise. We will get into that in a moment, but the energy that I'm getting here is that I feel like you are someone who has a different set of skills. You're very unique. You do things in a different way. And if you are working in like an office or in a job perhaps that has a certain way of doing things, like a very formal way of doing things, it may stifle your creativity, and you may be wondering, how do you voice your unique and authentic self and express yourself in your career? Okay, because I mean, definitely with the Queen of Swords here, I definitely see this element of wanting to express yourself more. And some of you are planning either to exit where you're at right now, or you're just seeing what other opportunities are out there because you feel perhaps where you're at right now feels a little bit uncertain. If you are looking for a job and you're putting your resume out there, I definitely see that there is an opportunity for you to return to something that you love doing, but you may return to it at a higher level, like a managerial level. I feel that you'll step into a leadership type position, which will bring more money than you've ever earned before. So I definitely see financial rewards happening here for you. There is an energy of, they'll give me the word pending in the water, pending, pending. Okay, so that can indicate that something that you were promised that perhaps didn't show up for you, that was pending, is now returning to your focus, or it can indicate that something that you were owed has not been given to you and it will come around to you. Okay, so I'm really getting a sense of something that's like on hold or just in the ether being formed right now is going to be very lucrative for you long term. But you may desire to return to something creative, and some of you may be setting up a second stream of income, or you're just a little bit unsure about how things are going to come together right now, and you're trying to formulate a plan of how to best use your skills and your time to do something that you love. I mean, some of you right now looking at these cards, you may be actually formulating a strategy in order to set up your own stream of income, become your own boss, become an entrepreneur. You're very business minded, even though you have that element of duality. You're very creative, you're very spontaneous, you've got a wonderful, unique voice, you're very intelligent. You know, Gemini energy is of the mind. You also have the right words when you need them to come to the fore. So I feel like you're very eloquent. Also, you have a lot of charisma, and I feel like you'll be a natural born leader. So I definitely see that you have the skills for success here, and I feel you just need to meet that level of opportunity and to believe in yourself that you've got those skills. I definitely see a sense here of you trying to bring a little bit more independence to your career environment. So that whether that's you work in an environment right now where you feel there's someone who, in particular, I've got one person coming through, you feel that that person's quite ruthless, or they're very direct, they're very sharp, they're not really an approachable kind of person. You may feel that this person is in some way trying to stifle your creativity, or really, you know, be a bit of a bully in the working environment, which makes you feel like you're going inwards. I feel that you get an opportunity to express or wait for the right moment to actually show that person what you're made of. Okay, so for example, if there's someone that perhaps is abusing their power in the workplace, or is in some way trying to micromanage you, I see you actually like stepping into a leadership position that's above them and showing them who's boss. And I don't feel like you're going to abuse your power in that situation. I feel the satisfaction from coming and knowing that you did a job well done and that you elevate because you deserve to be elevated. I feel that in itself, it's like success is the revenge in itself. Okay, so I'm really picking up on those vibes right now. There could also be someone in your personal circumstances who perhaps does not support your dreams or your goals, or someone who perhaps told you that, you know what, go for your dreams, but you probably won't make them because, you know, people just set themselves up for failure. Just because they failed doesn't mean you're going to. I definitely see lots of success here for you. If it's a creative endeavor, then I definitely see that you're going to be very heavily rewarded for it. Okay. Now, your first card is the clouds. The clouds represent hesitation, doubt. This is your protagonist energy. The first pile is how you're perhaps feeling or approaching your career right now. And the second pile is anything that's been going against you. Okay, your resistance position. And then you've got the outcome energy all over in this last position. So with the clouds there, and, you know, with the lilies in the resistance position, as well as you having the tunnel there. For some of you, there are some major changes going on in your career sector, major restructures that you're feeling a little bit hesitant about, okay? Now, we all know that there are major shuffles going on when it comes to economics and businesses right now, and you may feel that long term there's going to be some big changes where there may be some job losses or shortages or even difficulties, and some of you may just literally be a little bit worried about those things right now and trying to put yourself in a really good position to weather any economic storm. I see you doing that. I see you with the King of Pentacles being in a really good position to be safe and secure financially, and I feel like you're putting your plans in motion because you are an asset to any team or working environment. And I feel that you will always find the way that is up, okay? I'm really seeing a sense of you being very busy and securing your position. Now, whether that's you putting your resume out there to secure your position in another company or even elevating to a promotional raise, I see that you're on the up, okay? Now it says here, dark thoughts, negativity, and hidden. Some of you may be hiding like a sadness or a lament at work right now. You may even have had a personal disappointment or a sadness or even a heartbreak. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you've gone through a bereavement or you're going through some sort of personal struggle right now that perhaps you're not letting anybody else know about because you're a very private person. And you may be trying to put a smile on things. Even if things have got really difficult in the working environment, you may feel that there is a bit of a struggle, there's a lot of work, there's more work than usual is what I'm picking up on, and you may be feeling a little bit scattered because you're spreading yourself thin. And you may also feel that you perhaps cannot ask for help because you feel either you're working in an environment where there's office politics or there's sloppy work and you prefer that you would do it yourself to get the job done properly, or you just may feel that if you ask for help, it would be considered a weakness, and that is not true at all. You may feel that even though if you're working in a very competitive environment, I feel some of you maybe just holding it all in and just, really pressurized to get the job done. But I feel that you will be on target and you're going to be very busy doing this month in a productive way, but also in a more exciting, productive way. If you feel like you've lost your motivation or you've lost your way or your path, or even if you felt a little bit, as I said, scattered or unmotivated or just uneasy recently, I get this sense of you having your mojo return. I feel like there's a sense of vitality, a lot of new ideas coming your way in order to approach your career in a different way that makes it a little bit more interesting and exciting. And if you're not finding anything that perhaps excites you about your career or challenges you in a very positive way, I feel you're putting your resume out there or just keeping an eye out to see what other opportunities are available for you to capitalize on long term. I do see this sense of duality coming through, and it's not just from your sign. I feel that some of you are orchestrating changes behind the scenes to try and engineer a plan to set up your own business or become self-sufficient, an entrepreneur. And I feel like you're being really organized. Recently, some of you may have felt a little bit disorganized, or you may have felt if you're not vibing fully with your career, you may have found yourself like waking up a little bit later than usual, or missing your alarm clock, or even getting into work a little bit late. And I feel there are signs that are telling you, or that your body is telling you, that number one, you're overworked, you're uninspired, and you're close to burnout, and you need to find a new approach, or perhaps this position has reached its course in your life because you deserve to elevate. I mean, you're going from the Five of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So I feel like, you're building a life of luxury, but you are staircasing financially. You're attracting more wealth into your life. But the Five of Cups tells me there's something that you're lamenting, and it could be a return to the good old days. Some of you may feel that since the last couple of years, the working environment has changed in some way. For example, if you always used to be in an office, and there used to be like office banter and people getting on with each other. Then suddenly we had a big old pandemic, and then everything changed. You're working from home. Some of you may still remain working from home and only come into the office occasionally, and you may feel the dynamics are a little bit lonely or isolating, or maybe you like it and you're like, it's nice, but at the same time you miss some aspects of it. Some of you may even feel like you went up for an opportunity that you were dreaming of and it was not given to you, or it did not go your way. The Five of Cups is like something's missing, or something, perhaps you're disappointed with something. You had a certain expectation, and it can even indicate that you have a shortage of tools at your disposal right now, or even there's been difficulties in the working environment, and you just feel a little bit pessimistic about the prospects in this particular course right now. But this is all about to change. I want you to be aware things are going to change for you for the better, because whenever you get the Five of Cups, it means whilst you're busy thinking about all the things that are not going your way or have not gone your way, the universe is lining up a special opportunity for you to elevate or attract the goal or the opportunity of your dreams, okay? The Five of Cups is like, keep your eyes peeled. There is something better on the horizon for you. Don't keep focusing on everything that's going wrong, because you'll regret wasting your time. It's more important to take back control of the situation and actually take action. If you're not happy in some area of your career, to avoid disappointment long term, now is the time to take the initiative to see what else is out there. Because remember, your second house of value is influencing you, and it's really asking you to check in with the exchange. All the effort that you're putting in, are you getting what you feel you should out of the situation? And if you're not, it's time to readdress the balance, okay? But I feel there may have been something that perhaps either somebody said, or because I'm getting, with the Queen of Swords, I'm really getting a conversation coming through of someone saying something that was very frustrating, or wounding. Someone has been very cutting, and it may have disappointed you. You may have actually thought highly of this person, or you gave this person a level of respect that they're not giving back to you. I feel this person will try and extend the olive branch in some way around about August time. And it may be, if you're in a working environment like an office, it may be at like a work party or an event, because they're actually showing me right now someone attending like an official event in formal attire, okay? So I feel like it's not going to cut it, okay? Just because they're now in front of you and you're not in the working environment, and they may feel embarrassed and they may feel that they have to apologize. I feel like you can see through this, and I feel like you're not giving this person any time. Also recognize that they have no power to influence your career in any shape or form, okay? I feel like you're in control of your destiny, and I feel you're going places. You're very unique, and you bring a lot of skills and talent to the table. And I see you actually thinking about returning to either do something that you love, or you're setting up something creative that you absolutely adore doing on the side, and it will become your main job eventually, that will bring in so much wealth, okay? Now we do have the Nine of Pentacles, so I feel some of you are trying to brainstorm to find ways to be very self-reliant, whether it's to set up your own business, become an entrepreneur, or if you are already an entrepreneur, some of you may be looking at the developments in your career and seeing what works, what doesn't work, and you're going to only focus on what's working and what's feeling satisfying for you, because there's no point in doing something for 7, 10, 18 hours. Some of us work a couple of jobs, a day, that actually make you feel bad, or chip away at your confidence, or even soul destroying jobs. Like, we all do jobs that perhaps are not our main job sometimes, even if it's just to get to where we want to go or be on the course that we really want to be on. And I feel right now you're being really strict with yourself to keep focused on your plan. You're sticking to that plan, and I feel like you're focused on your business and your material gain, and you're actually going to elevate. I definitely see with the Nine of Pentacles that you are self-assured, or building that confidence. You are going to be going from strength to strength, and I definitely see that you will work really hard to build a life of luxury. There is financial gain here, and you'll be able to enjoy a sweeter life than you are at the moment. Not to say that you're not enjoying your life at the moment. I feel like there's some doubts about your path, or you may be just like having your head in the clouds right now, where you're just trying to formulate new plans, ideas, and really kind of contemplate what's working for you and what's not working for you. I really get a sense here that this month is all about strategy for you, and really about trying to create a little bit more freedom in your working environment and a little bit more flexibility. So some of you may even be trying to tweak your plans in order to or even your schedule to make more time for you so that you can have fun with your family and your friends. I feel like you're really looking at the bigger picture. Now also we've got the lilies. It's in the resistance position, which they're actually giving me burnout in the water, burnout. Okay. I mean, this card is all about passion. It's about spontaneity. It's about interesting, exciting things, being really creative. And it's in the resistance position, so it's like I got it in the reverse. So some of you may have been feeling that you've kind of lost that loving feeling for what you do, even though you may have used to enjoy it, but you may have felt that things have become a little bit monotonous or repetitive, and you're just trying to inject a little bit more excitement or trying to get passionate about what it is that you do again. And it says here, wisdom, maturity, experienced, older person, long process, and heritage. Okay. Now, it says timing, it says win, and it says delays and slow. Okay. So I feel the win is like there is an opportunity coming in that's going to be really fast paced. It's like suddenly something lands in your lap, something that you really worked hard for. It lands in your lap, and this is the great opportunity that you've been waiting for. And then it's for the long term. So I feel like there's job security in it. Okay, that's what I'm picking up with this. It's something creative. It's something that encourages you to express yourself, or even your unique way of doing something. So even if you're moving into an environment where they have like a predominantly strict way of doing something, and you're like, you know what, I'm a little bit more original than that. I've got some ideas how to shake things up so that we streamline our time, and it's more interesting and quicker to use this method that is tried and tested by you. I feel like it will be embraced. Okay, I feel like people will recognize for your ingenuity and for your skills of solving any issues, or even just making things easier in the long term. But I do feel that some of you may be doing something different from what your family used to do. Okay, because I'm really getting a sense here of you bucking a trend. Maybe that perhaps your family expected you to go one way. Maybe your parents or grandparents did a certain thing and they kind of expect you to follow suit in some way, or at least go into the same or similar arena. But you're bucking a trend here. I feel like you're doing something different. You're doing something unique and original to you, something you feel is your life calling that you've come here to do. And I really feel, even if you are not on that path doing it right now, I feel like you're setting yourself up to take that leap of faith and do it. But you may be like taking a job that perhaps you have to do to tie you over, to pay the bills, in order to like earn more money to get you on the path that you want to get on. With the World card in this position, it can feel like there have been some delays, and some of you may have been doing a lot of projects that are ongoing, and they just seem to never come to an end, or it doesn't seem like they have like a phase where you can tie something up and feel that sense of accomplishment. So for example, if one of your tasks are constantly filing, and making sure that something is put away and organized for the future, it just feels like it's ongoing. There's never like an end point where you can say, you know what, I did it, I've finished it, I've done it, it's done. And that sense of like fulfillment that you got something done. So there may be tasks, things that you do perhaps that don't give you that level of satisfaction or fulfillment. But I also feel that you're going to focus on parts of your career where you can like finish something and say, oh, it's done. I've accomplished that, and now I'm on to the next. Also, please be mindful. You've come a long way, so really be proud of the effort that you've been making in your career. I feel like, you're very gifted, you're very talented, and I feel for some of you, you've not been given the opportunity to really prove to yourself how awesome you are. So I do feel in the coming months, there is an opportunity for you to step fully into your power and take control of your career and accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. This card is the Magician card. Sorry, no, there is a Magician card here, no? I'm feeling heavy Magician card energy. I'm not sure why. I'm going to pull a card and see why I'm getting Magician card energy, because I feel like there's a reason why, even though I know that's the World card, I just really boldly said this is the Magician card, even though I know that. Why am I getting Magician card energy? Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini, what do they need to know? Okay, I feel like it's really about manifesting. Okay, because the Knight of Pentacles is like your effort. The Four of Swords is to recognize that you're protected in your circumstances, and that some of you may be taking a step back to really use your powers of visualization. This person is taking a break, okay, is dreaming or sleeping and allowing visualization to take place. And I feel it brings success. The Four of Wands there is like success, where you feel like you belong, that you're in control of your destiny. Now, some of you may be setting up a second stream of income from home, okay, and that's you being the master or the mistress of your destiny and commanding your business. It will be very, very lucrative and successful long term. And with the Four of Wands there, I feel again, I'm getting energy of you returning to something that you love doing, and you will find collaborators, you will find people who want to help you, but ultimately the Four of Wands is about enjoying your work, finding pleasure in it, and also there is something to celebrate. Something is being offered to you, something that you can sort of sit back, relax, and go, I did this. I made this. I established myself in this. You're going to be so like proud of yourself because there is a win coming in for you in your career, and it is financially rewarding. You worked hard for it and you deserve it. Okay. Now, yes, I do see with the World card and the King of Pentacles that you're all going to be very, very busy, very productive month. You're going to be busy strategizing, being very organized, and getting stuff done. But ultimately, if there's something that perhaps with the Queen of Swords in this position, there may be something that you haven't talked about or you're not opening up about. Some of you, it's like you really feel that perhaps you deserve a rise or a, promotion, a raise in finances, or some sort of new incentive in your career to reflect the talents that you've got. And you may approach somebody who perhaps is not very approachable for a rethink on your pay packet. Okay, I feel you're being bold. Even if you hinted it, this person will get the hint. And I do feel that after a little bit of a period of waiting, this person really sees you as an asset to the team, and they do not want to lose you. So I feel like they will actually find money in the budget to give you a raise. I want you to be aware of that. Ultimately, if you work for yourself, I feel like you're going to set yourself lots of goals that you will smash out of the park, because I feel this sense of like something that's ongoing is draining your energy. So I feel if you're like tying up loose ends on a project, it just gives more satisfaction where you're like, you know what, I did that. So I feel like you're creating a schedule, or you're giving yourself like a deadline that you must hit, and it gives you that sense of accomplishment and freedom with it as well. Now, the Queen of Swords, although it starts off in the reverse energy, by the end of the month and into August, it goes into the upright for you. So I feel like you're being really honest with yourself, you're being really direct, and I feel you are actually being realistic about your goals. You're someone who's very self-sufficient, and you're going to get very organized this next couple of weeks. With the Queen of Swords, I also feel setting healthy boundaries in your working environment is so important. If you tend to be an entrepreneur, or you are an entrepreneur, and you tend to work way past a deadline, or you tend to get up in the morning, go to work, and you love what you do, but then all of a sudden it's extended way into the night and you've got no time for yourself. It's really important to to really create a schedule, like some sort of repetitive time where you can stick to it, so you get a sense of accomplishment, but also at the same time you have more time to have a life, that you can go out, have fun, connect to your family, friends, or even just have some me time. It's really important to create some sort of strategy. Also, the Queen of Swords, I'm really getting an energy here of you aligning yourself with your true intentions, and I feel that you are in alignment with success here. I feel you're keeping your eye on the prize, and I really feel some of you may go into an arena or a career where your voice is necessary. Okay, it could be that you're doing spoken word, or you're a performer, or it could be that you give presentations, or that you are doing counseling, you're talking to people. I get a sense that your words are so important, and in the next 6 weeks they're going to be even more important than ever, especially if you're going out for an interview or something, or you're trying to get a new position, or even if you have lost your job, or you're currently in between work and you're looking for a position, and you feel that every time you go up for something and you interview for it, it's not working for you. It's not working for you. That's because there is something here on the horizon that is meant for you. So you can go up for as many projects as you want, but if it's not meant for you, you're not going to get them. There's one that's coming in here that will be offered to you, and it's more money than you've been going up for in the past. So really embrace the process and recognize I know things may be difficult, but there is something being offered to you by the middle of August, is what I'm seeing here, that financially will be more lucrative than ever before. Now, your outcome energy, we have Snowflake. Different, unique, fragile, clarity, impermanence, individuality, and complexity. You have a unique set of skills. And as I'm holding this card, they're actually showing me in the water. I don't know if you noticed, was it the last time that the light changed in your reading? The light has changed again, and I can't really find the source of that. That's so odd. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to move on from that energy. What I'm getting here is that you're born to shine. You are unique. You stand out from other people. It's just natural. It's not something you do. It's just, you just have a natural flair about you. And they're showing me in the water an image of a glass award. Okay, it's like a glass award for excellence and service. You go above and beyond. They're giving me this energy of pleasure and fortune will come to you for your endeavors. Okay, now for those of you who are deciding to retire early, or you're currently retiring or thinking about retiring, for some of you, you may be awarded that for your service to a company. And maybe you're worried about the change of pace, and that now you're being really independent and having free time. You're going to love it. Okay, you're really going to love it. And I feel financially, your money will work for you in a very positive way. Some of you may even learn a little bit more about finances and become smarter when it comes to your financial endeavors. And I feel like you'll capitalize on your finances long term. But you are born to be, working in an environment that is unique and embraces your unique individuality, because you have a authentic voice that other people just don't express. So be your wonderful self. And I feel after a difficult time in your working environment, I really get a sense that actually things are taking a turn for the positive for you. Okay. It says here, tunnel, hiding, passage, journey, lost, refuge, exploring the subconscious in dark times. But as you can see, there is a light at the end of the tunnel there. It's okay to question, and if you're feeling, a little bit stuck, or you feel like it's a long drawn out process and you just feel like you're not adding value to a position in any way because you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling and they're not giving any opportunities for you to elevate, then it's time to reevaluate and, take a step out of that position and really reach your full potential, because you are, your final card is the King of Pentacles. So I see you stepping into a leadership position, management position, or even being the boss of your own business. And yes, there's going to be a lot of work, but your ambition will take you to the top. And I feel there's a lot of success here that also attracts a lot of prosperity. You have the ability to attract what you need at this time. So really check in with yourself and ask those bigger questions. What do I need to take me to the next level? What do I need to be in a position that I desire? We do also have photography. Okay, now this may be literal. It may be that some of you are thinking about being a photographer or going into a creative endeavor. It could also be about how you frame your work. Okay, how you frame your work, how you approach your work. So it's like there may be tasks that are necessary, they're obligations in the working environment, and you can't escape them. You have to do them. So can you find a new, fresh approach to them to make them a little bit more exciting, even if you're like creating a new filing system? Back in the day, I remember, filing is so like, for me anyway, I got a little bit monotonous in a job that was in many years ago. I used to have to file everybody's documents. It was a legal thing, and I had to make sure everything was, wonderful. And I was like, oh, every day it was the same thing. I had other tasks to do, but I really dreaded having to take these huge piles of paper documents. Everything's online now, which is great, but back in the day, I'd be heavy lifting all these things, and I thought, oh gosh, this is so like mundane, and I dreaded it because also it was like a lot of heavy lifting. And I thought, how can I make this a little bit more exciting? Now, not everybody has the same approach, but back in the day, you know, I used to be a little bit excited by some fancy stationery or pens and things like that. And I thought, you know what, get myself a little fancy trolley to help me bring all the stuff because they didn't provide one. Eventually, I sort of gave lots of new ideas for them to approach it in different ways. And, you know, just got a different filing system in order and just try to make it my own, try to really establish myself and be like in control a little bit more and make it my own to the point where it got a little bit more enjoyable. Now, that's only a really small thing. I mean, filing is not enjoyable, right? But it's about how you approach it, how you frame it. You can look at it and go, this is really dull, this is boring, I hate this part of my job, and really make it feel like a heavy energy. Or you can reframe it and say, you know what, I got to do it, so let's find a unique way of making it my own so that I feel a little bit more satisfied when it's done. It says here the past memories, past returning, and I already just picked up on this energy of pending, something returning. So it could be that if your job promised you something, or your boss promised you to elevate, or that there will be a new position coming and then it just went away, or nothing happened and you're feeling disappointed, suddenly it's showing right back up for you. Also, if, for example, over the last couple of years, collectively, humanity has been struggling in certain areas, and career may also be one of those areas for the collective. And some of you may have been doing something that you used to love, but then, circumstances changed in the last couple of years, and you may have had to take up a position elsewhere just to pay the bills and get on by. I feel now is the time to step back into something that you love doing. I feel the opportunity arises to put you back on track. Okay, we've also got here past influences, familiarity, and nostalgia. And I definitely see someone that you haven't talked to for a while. I mean, it could be a friend, it could be someone you used to work with, or it's someone you haven't talked to for a while. They may have even gone overseas for a bit. I feel this person is returning, and they may have a wonderful opportunity, or even like a proposal for you to either work where they're at, or they may tell you about a position that becomes available, or even give you like a really hot contact for you to network with that will help you in your career. Also, some of you may have been contemplating a big move. It may have been that you're thinking about emigrating, or you're wondering whether you should work overseas because you're feeling a little bit like lost where you're at, or you just feel like there's no opportunities to save in the country that you're in. So you may be taking yourself elsewhere in order to either be an entrepreneur, or even relocate with the company that you're at, maybe seconded to another country for a while so that you can experience other things. With the Two of Wands, this is really about checking in with your progress, but it also asks, what are you waiting for? There is a Two of Wands energy, which indicates you have a yearning for something. You've been either designing a project, or you've been creating a plan, and you have certain expectations, and you may be sitting on those ideas and waiting for the right moment, but there is no moment like the now. So I feel it's really important for you to recognize that sometimes we can sit on an idea for too long, and we miss the opportunity, or we miss the boat. Of course, whatever is meant for you will never pass you by, but I feel like now is the time to start moving forward on any ideas, because I feel the universe is actually aligning you with what you need right now, and your ideas have value, and I feel you're on the right track to make major progress. We do have that King of Pentacles, so I do feel that some of you may be asked to either be a consultant on a project or in a company. If you're an entrepreneur, I definitely see a lucrative client coming in that elevates your wealth, but at the same time gives you that level of status that you're working with this person. It could be a collaboration. Also, if you're in a company, I feel a promotion does become available and you step into a leadership position in some way. I do feel you're very serious about your career right now, and even though you may have felt a little bit scattered or frustrated that things are not working in your favor, your talent is actually going to get you to where you want to go. I feel it propels you into a position of success, and I feel also that you're attracting more money. You're literally going from a Nine of Pentacles to a King of Pentacles, and you're using your intelligence, your know-how, and your talent to get there. I'm just going to pull one more card before I close on that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? we've got the Three of Wands and we got the Ace of Wands. Now this tells me that there are alternative opportunities heading in your direction. This is an expanse of opportunities, an opportunity to be really creative and achieve whatever it is you set out to do, okay? And I feel like you're currently harmonizing yourself with your true heart's desire. With the Ace of Wands, this is a breakthrough. This is a transformation. This is a project, lucrative project or offer coming in for you that will inspire you, that helps you enterprise and expand on all your brilliant ideas. And it's also a vision that you've had that leads to an adventure or an exciting phase. Things are coming to a climax for you in your career, and I feel like there's movement and things start to pick up pace as well. So as you move into August, I feel you're going to be very inspired. Things are going to be moving in the right direction. And I feel that the next project that's offered to you, or the next opportunity that is offered to you, it's yours. And it's very lucrative, and it's also very exciting. We do have the chess. Okay, the chess card there. Money, strategy, wise spending, long game, military leader, thinking it through. And I definitely pick up on this energy, and I feel like I picked up on it in your monthly as well, that you are thinking something through. You're like really mulling it over, really looking at it, dissecting it, and strategizing your next move before you actually take it. And it really puts you in a really great position to be successful long term. And we've got seal. So contracts, signing documents, making things official. It says here, business contract, documents, gift of money, writing, clerical, paperwork, and staying put. So I feel these are the things that perhaps you'll be contemplating, whether you should stay, whether you should go. But also I feel this is about, you sealing a deal. I actually feel this sealing a deal. So whether you are an entrepreneur or not, I definitely see that you make something more permanent in your career that you'll enjoy, that also brings in more money. Okay, now I'm just going to go get some final cards. Okay. It says here, it's okay to not have all the answers. They will come to you when you need them. And I do feel that you're searching for answers, or you feel something is missing in your career right now, and you're looking for that ingredient that makes everything kind of like come together and feel really rewarding. This will be a month or a month and a half, shall we say, of finding clarity. It says, know whatever decision you make or made, it was the right one. Okay, intuitively, you're making the right strides in your career. Don't doubt the process. Don't doubt yourself. You're on the right track. Even if you're making changes, even if you're deciding to have a change of direction in your career, you're on the right track, because you are in charge of those intuitive and instinctive decisions, and you're doing what's best for you. You're also being guided. It says, know that you are protected. This really connects to the Six of Swords energy, which means anything that did not work out for you, you're being redirected. Remember, rejection is protection and redirection. So I really feel you're being guided to a peaceful or more peaceful environment, something that will give you a sense of meaning and purpose, but also will lower your stress levels and the pressure that's on you. And I feel that you're discovering new lands, or discovering new ways of approaching your career, or even opening yourself up to a new chapter. Okay. I just read this next card. It literally says you're stepping into a brand new chapter. That was, I think that was quite, sometimes it's like, it's on the money, and sometimes it's a fluke. Maybe I'm just picking up on the energy. I don't know. I didn't read that card. I can't prove it, of course. It was here, so I'm too busy looking here and at this card to be looking down, but it doesn't matter. I definitely get this energy of you stepping into a new approach to your career, and it's going to be an exciting one that brings a lot of success for you. I mean, look at that. That spaceship there is like being launched, and you've got a lot of energy here where it's like in the sky. Okay, so I feel like you're on the up, and you're dreaming big. You have high aspirations, and you're going to accomplish them, and there's going to be a breakthrough. It says here you're on a journey of discovery, a journey of discovering your life purpose. So this is really about connecting to your true calling, being on the right path, and sometimes it's good to sort of surrender to the process and recognize that when the moment is right or the opportunity is right, you're going to be in the right place to receive it and be open to it. Also, we have lessons in life will be repeated until they are learned. Now, I feel like the lesson that you're learning in your career is about healthier boundaries, okay? And also making sure that you try to find fresh approaches to things that tend to get a little bit dull or monotonous, because it can lead you to feel a little bit scattered or even tempt you to procrastinate. And I really get a sense that you need to have a goal. You need to have a sense of accomplishment, or that you're working towards something that has value or adds value to your life in some way. So I'll leave it there. I'm not getting anything more. I'm just going to go and get a rune before we close. Okay, so we have, just picking up on the energy of this before I take it. Okay. Okay, so we have the elk rune. Okay, elk rune there. Now, I just want people to be aware, I'm actually saying rune, R-U-N-E, but sometimes it does sound like I'm saying ruin. I think it's like a combination of people not being able to see my lips, but also at the same time, you know, the microphone, I am saying rune. Okay, so this is a rune of friendship, of optimism, of acquisition, things working in your favor, and fortunate encounters, as well as sealing the deal. So I definitely get a sense that something you've been working hard towards or fighting for in your career, or struggling towards, this is the time to seal the deal. So, and also we have, finally, we've got the hero rune, which is all about you reaching your full potential. It's about having freedom in your career, and it's also about things coming to a really positive conclusion. Now, this rune can also connect to new beginnings as well. So I feel like some of you may be contemplating a new beginning, and you may make some strides to change the way you do something, to streamline it so it's better. Either way, I feel like you are launching something or you're elevating, and I see lots of success in your future. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. Love and light.